Good evening, Rollers, and welcome to episode 28 of Holy Rollerz, a 4th edition D&D clerical campaign where each of the characters can channel divinity, unlike some NPCs who only pretend to. One reminder is that if you use the code Holy Rollerz at JBG Garage Crash, you get a 10% discount, and we'll be doing another giveaway at 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel. For our bit of lore this week, let's talk about the knightly orders in the Adari Republic. We're familiar with the Hope Maidens because Sister Faudever is a part of that order. And we also know about the Just Blades, the standard guard knights found in most cities, including Winterrun. Matt mentioned a while back the Order of St. Bethania, named for St. Bethania, who slew the Witch of Alderac and her hag sisters.
And Gizik's mother.
Tracking down
Boo.
witches and what?
I said boo.
He said boo.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He said boo just because they killed his character's mother. Jeez.
I know. I mean, come on. But they specialize in tracking down witches and non-humanoid threats to the safety of the Republic's people, which is not Gizik. He's not a threat. But tonight, let me introduce you to one more knightly order, the Blood of Kings. The members of this order are all descended from the clan chieftains of the original fishing villages from which the Republic gradually grew. The Blood have the greatest fiscal wealth of all the knightly orders, and the character of the order is an odd combination of typical aristocratic arrogance and intense patriotic loyalty. Most of the Blood believed that the nobility ought to be more exclusive and would do away with the public elections, but they are also fiercely loyal to the people. The legend says that the covenant between the goddess Vestera and the Adari people was forged by the progenitors of the Blood. The party's current foe, Lady Emerine, is a member of the Blood Kings. But don't let her be the stereotype for the whole knightly order. She's
Too late.
One lone knight.
Yeah, well,
so
she's the only one we know. So let's
Yeah.
judge the entire organization by one person, and I think that's the way to go.
That's how it works.
definitely. Yeah.
She wasn't the worst. It would be harder to do that, but she's the worst.
So last time on Holy Rollerz, the clerics headed to do some recon at the Miners Guild before dealing with the devil-possessed guildmaster Travers. As they approached the guild hall from the back at night, they were confronted by Lady Everine Cassian, a very ugly knight who claimed to be a paladin of Vestera. She tried to arrest the party amid insult after insult, but she went too far for Moricon, sparking battle. She was joined by Fisk and Rindy, a brother and sister pair of bounty hunters, and an unknown older man who seems to be tossing around magic to create the effects that Lady Everine thinks are divine. And we're mid-battle at the top of initiative with Bounty Hunter Fisk. Does everybody know where you are on the map? Oh, and that reminds me, Matt put in the Twitch chat that a link to tonight's battleground map. I will just ever so briefly show that on my screen, and so you should be able to see. Ta-da,
Hold on. Let me see if I can turn the screen off.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry. If I'm messing things up, I won't do this, but
Too late.
JT, are you there?
okay.
No, okay, I'm here.
I'm scared. Okay.
Maybe I'll just go
That's
old-fashioned
easy.
style and do this.
There.
Okay. So here we are. I have Morocon in square M24 with Lachlan in M23. 2 squares away, taking up a total of 4 squares in P and Q 23 and 24 is Lady Everine on her warhorse. Behind her in square T22 is the older gentleman tossing around magic. And then on the west side of the field, we have Endurial and F21. Oh, yeah, Endurial and F21. Fisk in E21.
Is that where you are, JT?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I have Gizik in square D24. I have.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep. That's right.
And I have Sista Fadaver in E23. Is that right?
Yep, she is. Well, no, she's shoved up against the wall.
Oh, that's right, because
Leviathan's tooth.
yeah, the whole Leviathan's tooth. That's inconvenient for them.
Yeah.
Y'all are pressed
Well,
up.
we can squeeze out the edge, but I'm sure we're at least slowed. Yes, DM, is that?
I'd imagine so, because
I mean, since Anduriel jumped down and we went up against the wall because of thanks, Anduriel, freaking god of night worshiper.
It's not me. It's the tooth.
It's the tooth.
I do approve of his actions.
So that presents an interesting situation for Fisk, because he is prone and
Restrained.
can't stand up. Is that right, Matt?
He's prone and restrained.
Restrained until the end of Anduriel's next turn, and
Okay.
prone.
So
And ugly.
his options are fairly limited. So he's going to reach out and try and slug him in the kneecap to knock you down. So, Anduriel,
Is he square away?
I have. Are you in E21?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I was in F21. But that doesn't work because I have to be right next to him to be holding the tooth. So you're right. Good. We're good.
He's gonna make an attack against you. So he remember, this is the one I described as Zangief, even though so.
Ah, yes.
And the ripping of the chest hair with the dagger.
Yeah, the ripping of the chest hair was horrible. So
Yes.
he goes like smashed up against and just takes a swing at you.
Cool.
You got a 23 versus AC.
That's a hit.
Okay, so you take 13 points of damage and you are knocked prone. So he pelts you in the kneecap and then actually grabs on and yanks your feet out from under you.
Rude.
All right.
And
But
he's
can
taking
he-
ongoing damage from you as well, I believe.
Okay. And I don't want to slow anything up, but just for maybe my benefit, if the target is prone and restrained, what does restrained mean?
-2 to attack. He can't move from his space, and he grants combat advantage.
Okay. Cool. And you took the -2. It would have hit anyways, but you took the -2 on the attack. Okay.
The condition you're curious about, JT, in 4th edition is called helpless. Very, very few powers render someone helpless because you can coup de grace a helpless person. Like
Yeah.
sleep. Sleep is one of the only things that makes you helpless, and very few powers put someone to sleep. I know.
So he's going to save against the ongoing damage from your. Is that from the Leviathan's tooth, or was that from
No.
your?
From his daily.
That was
Oh,
from the
yeah.
daily. That was
Yeah.
from
So
Storm of
he's
Shadows.
still got this bleeding from getting ripped apart by shadows. A 17 will end the damage, or end the ongoing. So he kind of feedles under the weight of the. Is that a verb? Feedles.
Sure.
He goes into the fetal position under the weight of this Leviathan's tooth, and it's enough that muscles tighten or whatever, and the bleeding is stanched for a moment.
Hey, just to let you know, wonderful famous author Larry Dixon is in chat. He said, "Ripped apart by shadows, gasped. Autobots fetalized. All hail to the Griffin King, dude."
We are not worthy. We're not.
Yeah. We're not worthy.
This is me dancing.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
So
Dragon.
that is unfortunately for him all that he can do. You are, however, marked by that attack.
All right.
So, and all of the fun things that happen with being marked. Next is his sister, Rindy.
That's Sharpie
up
too.
through-
That mark never comes out.
Yeah. Never.
Benjamin.
And she is.
She's on the
She's
roof.
gonna see if.
She's prone on the roof.
She is prone on the roof. So she is going to stand up from prone. And then she's going to do another rapid shot. So she cranks that big old huge crossbow and opens up two holes and takes those shots at Sister Fadaver and Gizzy.
Jeez. Take the banana in
Yeah,
the
that's a
tailpipe.
miss.
Yep, you're falling for the banana in the tailpipe right here.
Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh, Raggy.
All right. Gizzik, that's a 28. And Sister Fadaver, it's a 21.
That is indeed going to hit me. Larry says prone on the roof. Fiddler's less popular sequel. Oh, dude.
Well, I guess preemptively calling a miss doesn't work.
Yeah, he hit me, which I find offensive, and I tell him so.
Well, it's a she, so she takes greater offense at your insinuation that she's masculine.
Misgender her?
I'm pretty sure Sister Fadaver thinks that's a sin. You know?
All right.
Crossing the street and everything else.
So, Gizzik, you take 14 points of damage, and Sister Fadaver, you take 8.
Oh!
18.
Hey,
18!
18, sorry.
18!
You can't just add teen to everything that you say.
A crossbow does 1 die 10 at best. Where'd that girl coming away with some +8 on top of a 10?
I told you, it's a superior crossbow, and it's, she's good with it. So she stands up there, and this one pegs, like, all the way through your armor, it right into your shoulder blade. Gizzik, it's like through his ear. I mean, he's bleeding out the side of his ear. There is no effect other than pain, lots and lots of pain. So,
Pain.
To quote
again,
Anakin Skywalker, I hate her!
All right, and I know you're going to love this because Fisk has used his action point. She has not. And she would like to do that right now. And the way she would like to do that is
Taking a nap.
taking a nap.
It's like, oh, man.
No,
I like
she does the Macarena on the top of the roof. But that's only her minor action. So here comes a disruptive shot at Sister Fadaver.
Dude, what did I do to make you all so mad?
Well, it's those magic hands going around doing the healy touchy feely. All right. A 21?
Yeah, you hit me with a 21 last time, so yeah.
I keep thinking you're like full plate and everything, so.
No, chainmail. Healer's chainmail, because she's thinking of everyone else.
Well, she might have to think of herself after this. So this one, she's just trying to like completely take your arms off by shooting these bolts through. The other one goes through the other arm. It does 17 points of damage, and your day's save ends.
That's all right. I only need a standard action for what I'm planning.
Fetalizing?
At this point, yes. There's all kinds of fetalization going on.
Fetalization. Oh, brother. Okay. Mortal Khan, you are up.
Okay,
Mighty Mo.
so I am going to use a minor action to cast Healing Word on myself.
Selfish.
Because
What word do you say?
heal!
Bird.
Owie, 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 owie.
He says bird.
Now remember,
And
I
bird
don't,
is the
That
word.
is
I
the word.
don't know that this affects
Couldn't
what
help
you're
it,
going
could
to do, but you've been sustaining your channel divinity, and that's a minor action to sustain. So you can use a move action to continue to sustain that if you want.
No, I'm going to disengage that because I could use some heals. And
I would like to cast summon Larry's Griffin friends. It's an
Oh.
immediate action.
Ben, I lied because she dropped you. That turned off.
Oh, okay.
So no, strike that. Reverse it.
I'm going to use healing word anyway, and bring myself back up to that.
But you are on your tuchus, my friend.
That's okay. I'm going to. I'm prone still.
Well, you fell unconscious.
He failed.
Unless you just like do one of those, you fall down.
All right. Well, I am going to stand up. And how many movements does that? How many movements does that take for me? Is that my full movement, or can I?
That's your move action, but you can still charge if you want.
Or you were only mostly
throw-
dead a second ago. Charge!
Throw your fist.
Throw your fist.
Yes. Can I? Yeah. Can I go gadget fist to?
But you have a breath weapon, don't you?
I don't think he's mastered that ability yet.
This is true. I was going to save that, but I just can't let this stand. So, yep, dragon breath. So here it comes.
Breath of the morning, otherwise known as.
It's a target's reflex. What is?
Lady Emmerine's reflex is 21.
Oh well, that's it's gonna miss.
Her horse's reflex is only a 16.
Oh well,
And he
I
is
got
in the
the
area.
horse. Wasn't my intention, but I got the horse.
He's cruel to animals.
That's not too bad, though. Like, you spooked the horse.
Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna stand up after being raised from the dead by Lachlan and healing myself, and then I kind of staggered. I can't really move, so I'm just because that's really all I can do. For 7 damage. 7 fire damage. Sorry, horse, it wasn't my intention.
What does it look like as you blow fire all over her and the horse?
Well, I'm kind of staggered. I mean, just I'm not very happy with what is happening right now.
I think Lady Everine's a bully. I think she pulls the horse up to block.
Well, I
Peter
wasn't as
should come for her. I cast summon PETA.
the horse does rear back because I mean it just got burned. It might be wearing full barding, but it doesn't like getting burned, and so there's some sorting and stuff. You hear her, whoa, getting after the horse to settle down, and she looks, I mean her cape is singed, and she looks really grumpy about that, and not like you hurt my horse, I love my horse, but more just inconvenienced by it. Like, why would you do that? How dare you fight me like that? Fight me like a man.
We'll leave that for Sister Fadaver.
Yeah.
She is a tank.
And it is your turn, Sister Fadaver.
Okay.
Go, sister.
Well, I'm irritated, and I don't mean Sister Fadaver is irritated. I'm irritated. I'm freaking dazed here. All right. Well, boogers. I am dazed, and that kind of changed. Now, I have a question. Ryan, didn't I do Divine Challenge on someone last round?
Yes, you did on Fisk.
That's
So
what I thought.
You would have been at a -2 for that as well.
So he
Would that
missed Endurial?
That still would have been a 21, though.
Okay, so he hit. However,
hit,
he
he
is
took
going to
damage.
take 5 points of radiant damage. So when he swings at Anduriel, Sister Fadaver shocks him with her sword, and it's just holy light. She takes the sword out like this, and she's squished up against the wall. But he hits Andariel, and she goes, naughty, naughty, naughty. And that's her command word. And she's up against the wall, and she's been shot. She shrieks out, "Oh, oh!" as she gets shot. And I really want to channel divinity, but gosh darn it, I am not close enough to everybody. How far away? Let's see. Moral Con, you're just too far away.
Yeah, so's Lachlan. But I don't think Lachlan needs any heals, right?
Not yet.
But Anduriel does, and Gizik does. So I'm gonna go.
I do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it anyway, because number one, I want to channel divinity, and number two, in addition to that, I can't move. I'm squished up against the wall, and I only have one action because I'm dazed. So she takes her sword, and she puts it in front of her, and she raises it up with both hands, and she says, "Our Lady of Healing." She says, "What? Poker face?" What is it?
By the power of Grayskull.
No, she has another power she does it on. She raises her sword up, and she looks into the sky, and she says, "Our Lady of Healing, grant me the power of the 7 Marchers, Saint Bridget, Saint Charlotte, Saint Donna Kate, Saint Teresa." And as she shouts out each name of the saint, a blast of holy light fires off and hits you, and you heal a total of your surge value +7. Excuse me, +9.
Well,
And
that should do it.
all she can do, unfortunately.
Do you see this? This is what real holy power looks like.
Are you all watching?
And she's weakened after she does that, like half damage weakened. So she does that, and then she slumps down, like her sword arm just kind of slumps down, and she sags up against the wall. She doesn't sag because she's a very firm girl, but but she's she looks noticeably weakened after channeling divinity, unlike the rest of you.
Hey, Matt, save against the day.
That unfortunately is a 2. Yeah.
Wait, so does that save?
No.
I'm still dazed, unfortunately.
I don't think. I don't think there's anything that gives you +8s.
No, but I mean, why not be dazed and weakened at the same time, right? I might as well
Yeah.
channel divinity.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah.
Okay.
All done.
All right. So, man, Morocon, you burned her horse, and it's Evereen's turn.
Oh dear.
It's her fault.
He says that you did this.
What is her horse's name? Did she get a finish line? You hit Mr. Sparkleface. Like,
It's Bill.
No, she's not the type to name her horse. She has no sentimental bone in her body. So it's horse number 3, from whatever she got it from.
From the end credits.
Yeah.
it's horse number 3 from the end credits. That's awesome. This is not Artax, Kay. He doesn't have any billing whatsoever. Nobody cares about it.
So first, I need to see if she recharges her brutal advance, and she does not.
Oh, good.
So there will be no brutal advancing, but there will be just regular advancing. So she's going to move closer. She's going to move adjacent to Morocon and Lachlan. So she's now in squares N and O, 23 and 24. And here she goes, Morocon. She says that holy power is nothing compared to a true believer, and she says, feel the weight of true divinity. And
She's a liar. She's a liar.
and here comes a big old maul swinging at you.
Oh.
Nothing says the Lord like a big hammer.
And she, from the back of her horse, swings it like she's playing whack-a-mole. Like, I mean, it's horrible looking.
Oh boy.
So it is
Gonna miss.
26.
Oh my goodness.
That's a miss.
That's a miss.
Change your dice, man.
God,
Good grief.
Okay, you
what
take
is this?
21 points of damage.
God.
You are slowed and cannot shift till the end of her next turn.
I would
Are you
think
just
things.
randomly picking effects here? Like, you get hit, you're slowed, unconscious, nauseated, you have terrible gas.
You forget your birthday as well.
He starts reading off all of the possible symptoms, like from a medicine commercial.
Hey,
You may experience nausea, runny nose, irritable bowel.
yeah,
Probably.
irritable bowel. We'll see what that one does next time.
Here we
She
go.
doesn't do irritable bowel. You brat. Okay, so now we have the old man. Remember, the old man also has a strange-looking bow, crossbow, and he is going to. How hurt are you, Morocon? Are you bloodied?
Dead.
I am, but he doesn't have a clear sight because I'm pretty well covered by
Blocked by the horse. You're right.
Senior
Okay.
Horse Face and the horse.
Yeah, you're right. He's actually going to. He's going to use his the thunder effects that he cast on her again. So this is a burst 2 that's centered on Lady Everine. It's versus armor class, and it can potentially hit Morocon and Lachlan.
Oh,
So
great.
he's gonna attack her in the hopes of just splash damage the rest of us.
No, do you remember the last time you got knocked back by a radiant thrum from her? That was actually from him. And so that if you end your turn next to her, you're taking radiant damage, and he can cause it to flare out and cause damage. So versus Lachlan, oh dear. I changed dice, but that's a 20. I gotta back it up.
Good. Son
Hey, it's
of
versus
a-
Lachlan.
You are a hammer tonight, and I am not
What
saying
is
that
going on?
just
Okay.
because she's carrying one.
I backed it up. So
You're gonna kill yourself.
Are you really just
When
trying
the
to
DM kills his own character, what do we call this? It's like
that's one. One.
one.
It's a 1?
It's only max damage, 58.
Still
58
probably
and
enough
you
to drop
smell
you.
burning- and you smell
Max
burning
damage
toast
is 20
on
20 hit points, and I am at full hit points with 12 temporary hit points. So I only lose 8. But
From each limb.
yeah. So normally this power does thunder damage, but for him it's doing radiant damage from her. So it looks like she just glows so bright that it burns and it hits him. Yeah, I mean, like he looks like he just went for an hour in a tanning bed. I mean, his face is bright red, burned with radiant damage. Now let's see if it hits El Dragon.
28.
27. Okay, but the damage is only 13. Only 13, Morocon.
Oh, cool. Only 13. I'm only out again.
Okay,
It's
so
familiar territory. You know.
So
how to
here's where
handle
the saving throws come in. The death saves.
Yes. So this explosion of radiance hits you. It knocks. I mean, you fall down, and it hits Lachlan. I mean, he's never, his hair is just never going to be the same after that much heat damage.
Oops. Sorry.
What in the world?
I just messed up our stream for a second.
Dang it. Poinketh was very kind last time when we had stream problems. Now he's going to be upset. Jeffrey, you're upsetting Poinketh.
I wanted to add something on the fly, but I added too much.
And freaking Aaron in chat goes, "Oh, dang it. That's disappointing. That would have been the best auto kill ever." Aaron, who the frick side are you on? Like, Mrs. Gizzig is fired.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
We got a winner back.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Lachlan's turn. And unfortunately, I'm only a hybrid healer, so I don't have another heal for you, buddy. I can dump some holy water on your head, but that's about it.
Yeah. It's okay. I guess I'll roll a death save when it's my turn again.
Well, when it's your turn. Okay. I'm going to take a chance here. So Lachlan looks down at you and looks up at her, and he gets this kind of like enough. He's this isn't fun anymore. And he holds up his sword like this, and he like slams it down towards her, and he says, "Lady Trueheart, shatter her heart on the altar of your scorn."
Yeah.
He's gonna try to channel divinity, and she'll love him if this works.
Ryan, Larry says that you're only a hybrid healer. If you were a Honda or a Toyota, maybe you'd do better. You'd have a shot.
Right. Full on.
Okay, so I have.
He's only a Yugo.
Nope, I got her. So
Yes.
we'll see what she does on her turn. But you see her start to like immediately jump off her horse.
I know what she says. I've never known the touch of a man.
Yes. Get off that horse.
All right, with my minor action, I am within 10 of Sister Fadaver. I'm going to use Divine Metal to grant you a saving throw against the daze with a +5 bonus.
Oh, that's exactly what I needed. Fantastic. All right.
So he looks over at Sister Fadaver and he says, "Sister, by the grace of Sindel, snap out of it."
She looks up and she goes, Not Sindel. And then shakes it, and then she just kind of shakes it off.
All right, Gizik.
All right, sorry, I'll stop playing with the... I'm trying to get the stream chat on the stream. All right. Well, this girl on the roof has really been bugging me. I'm going to try another tactic.
Okay.
Are you going to make me come up there after you? Get down here! And I'll try to bewitch her again.
You already bewitched her, didn't you?
I think I've failed a couple of times. I don't think I've actually bewitched her yet.
No, yeah, you used a different power to knock her prone.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Her will is 19.
Yeah, the die came out prematurely, but it still rolled too low. In that case, I'm going to take a second wind, which brings me up to 14 hit points. And then I'll use my action point. And I'm going to move up to Up next to Zangief in
I don't think you
C21.
can yet.
What's that?
I don't think you can yet.
You can't yet.
Until the whole Leviathan's tooth.
Oh, that's right.
Till the end of freaking Andurio's turn, we're squished. You're slowed, and the only direction you can move is away from Sister Faudever, unless you would like to try to climb over her. But I don't see that going over very well.
You know what? It'll
can
go
move.
with my opening statement there. I'm going to just try and turn around and climb up this building.
Oh,
How tall is it?
It's 4 squares, so 20 feet.
Well, let's see my awesome athletics.
being squished up against should give him a bonus, right, or advantage because he's
It should, yeah.
Yeah, he's
I'm like
not
being
gonna
pressed
fall
into the wall. I can kind of
He's-
just like walk up it.
Spider-Man your way up that thing.
That probably looks really cool.
All right.
Well,
so
maybe
then,
when
with
you
that
roll.
advantage, I'll take a plus 20 from that, and yeah, 13 to climb up the building.
You can do it. It is like shingles and brick. So it might be more challenging, but you're with your claws, you can just scratch your way right up.
Horicon dead on the floor is just like, yes.
So you don't have to go 4 squares because you're already more than a square high.
Mhm.
So you can be to the top in square. I guess if you go straight up, D25, right?
Yeah, unless I can move over to E25.
Yeah, you can move over right next to her.
Or actually, E26.
Oh,
Oh.
I know what's happening here.
I like forced movement, okay? I don't remember the rules, but I'd like to bull rush. That's just basically an attack, right?
Right.
Is it strength?
It's just a
Strength versus fortitude.
Uh-huh.
All right, I think that'll probably hit.
Fortitude's a 19.
Yeah, that'll hit then. 24, I think.
Okay.
So that
I'm
pushes
sorry.
her off.
Well, she's going to use timely dodge as an interrupt, and she's going to shift.
That's what she wants to dodge?
Wouldn't you? Getting knocked
off.
She's using an immediate interrupt.
To be fair, I'd like to dodge anything, so.
I mean, there's no damage bonus. It's just a 2d10.
Yes, but prone right next to an angry Sister Faudever. I mean,
Not right next to. She'd
So
be moving
she's going
diagonally.
she's going to shift to square E28.
And since that was a bull rush, that would still carry me over to F25, I believe.
Only if you want to.
Right.
You don't have to move
Well, I
into
guess
that
it was an interrupt, wasn't it? So,
Right.
yeah. Yeah, I'll stay where I was.
And the way this works is it's when you target her with an attack, so you can actually you don't actually use that attack, so you can still take an action with your action point. So you go like you're gonna go for her, and she just sidesteps, rolls in a somersault, and stands up on the other side of you, but you still have your action points action right now. So you can still zap her if you want.
All right, fine. I'm going to break apart into just a swarm of giant ants and crawl all over her.
Nice.
So this
Puts the ants in her
is
pants.
Wisdom versus fortitude.
Please let this turn the tide, because this is not going very well tonight.
19 versus fortitude.
Hit. That's exactly what you need.
Sweet.
Whew.
All right, I'm just going to crawl all over her, bite her several times, and then shift over to just right behind her, E29.
Okay.
So let's see how much damage this does really quick. It's just 2d6 plus 4. 9 damage.
So 9 little ant bites all over her, or maybe more if they're big.
9. Well, he's really fast with his mouth.
I'm
That was
not
many
one
ants.
ant biting 9 times. It's
It's a lot.
9
Several.
ants biting.
Turn into a giant ant.
No, the rest of the swarm is just a diversion. It's
Yeah.
only one ant doing the biting. Okay,
All right, I think
Gizzard.
that's all I can
All right.
do.
And Duriel, you're up.
All right.
Finish him. Finish him.
When Duriel stands up, he's not too happy about the old cheap shot at his knees. Rarely am I fighting dwarves all of a sudden. This is
Ooh.
laughable.
That's dwarfist.
It is. So I am going to strike out with Inspire Fanaticism onto Mr. Zangief.
Okay.
It is versus AC.
His is 20, and but you actually have a +4 right now.
Good. I'm going to need it. Let's see. My weapon attack. No, it is a melee attack. So I need to add that 20. 20. Oh, with the +4. Oh, thank you. Whatever did that.
The restrained gives you combat advantage, and when you're prone, attacking a prone creature, you get a +2 to attack.
Got it. Okay. All right. So this is with my kukri. The kukri. That is 12. Ooh. 22 points of damage.
Oh,
Actually, 25 points of damage.
Yeah.
And I take half damage till end. So, this kind of it's a little bit like Charming Gaze. The name kind of, it's Inspire Fanaticism, right? So that glow comes over Anduriel's eyes where it's not quite the bright white light, but you see kind of this silver shimmer come across his eyes. He's like, "Sir, it is your lucky day today. You are about to be attacked by the best assassin you have ever come across. It is your lucky day. Pay attention. You may want to take notes." And then he goes in and with his kukri, whoosh, whoosh, just kind of goes across. He loves that chest hair is just like a bullseye. Whoa, right across his chest. Also with this, he's going to trigger Blade of Nightmares, which makes the enemy immobilized till end. So Mr. Poopy Pants is immobilized till end.
well, your attack also bloodied him, so it cuts like right across his armor, and you see just a gush of blood spurt from between his armor.
That is interesting.
Well, being
Uh-oh.
bloodied is interesting for a vampire.
But not just for a vampire.
Well, a cursed vampire.
A red cap vampire.
Nom nom nom.
No, he actually. So no, okay, I can't do anything with that right now because there's got to be some movement. Anyways, okay, so and Duriel, after the attack, he sees the blood and kind of becomes unnaturally still. And he looks down and he starts to giggle a little bit. And he's trying to get a hold of himself.
Sister Fada Bear is staring at you, and her eyes are like,
Oh, I still have a minor action, don't I?
Yep.
I cannot take this on a minor action. Bugger. Can I use a minor action to move?
Nope.
Poop.
It's a minor action. Stop getting all.
Can I use it to? No, it's a minor action.
Yeah.
Minor. Actually, no. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use minor action. I'm going to cast Healing Word on Sister Fodivir.
Oh, she'll take it.
Actually,
you're gonna hit her with Shadow. I think she's gonna go. Oh.
So as Anduriel's he's hit the guy. The guy's immobilized. He's giggling with the blood, and he's kind of trying to gather himself. And he looks over and sees Sister Fodivir just wrecked. I mean, she's not Morocon wrecked, but she's not looking too good.
No.
And so he calls out to Naylock. He says, "Naylock, brother of Shadow, go, heal, bring, make whole, do the dark's work." And he's like, "I've never said that one before. What is that?" And all of a sudden, his shadow kind of leeches off of him and makes its way over to Sister Fodivir and gloms right onto her.
She stabs your shadow through like he's finally not. Ah!
And yet she feels invigorated.
Yes. She feels better, but she shouts out, "You keep your unholy magic away from me!"
You're welcome, sister. That's it.
Okay.
I, the player, will say, "Thank you, JT." I can't do it. Thanks for the heal, JT.
So it's you spend a surge plus 1d6, which
Roll the 1d6. Your power.
6.
Okay, we'll take it.
All right. Well, the bounty hunter is going to stand up, and this lingering effect of the immobilization, he is like kind of he goes to lunge forward and realizes he can't move, and so he at first it kind of you can tell it irritates him, and then he just kind of shrugs his shoulders and just goes to haul off and deck you.
So melee basic.
Yeah, his melee basic is called Iron Fist.
He moves into the crane kick position. Run, Anduriel, run!
I guess that means I need to learn Fist of Iron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, his fist, not stone, iron. So that's 26.
Dang it, Jim.
Larry Dixon says, "Sweep the leg."
The damage is 13, and he grabs you. So he hits you, and it like knocks you back a little bit, and then he just takes his other arm and totally headlocks you backwards. And he is holding you with your head through his arm, ready to just pound you in the back.
I'm not too upset about that, actually.
So, and then with his minor action, you hear him whistle like a hard whistle with his mouth, and he says, "Old man, get over here." And now it would be his sister's turn. His sister. Okay, remember. What are you laughing at?
Is she the old man? Is that how he talks to his sister?
No. His sister, remember, she's the one who is just passionless and nothing, but she kind of like squints at Gizik like, what is this up close business? She really out of her element. Like, you climbed the building? So
Seems like the best way to, handle a bow.
yeah. All right. So she's going to with a minor action. It's called Cunning Fox. You see her stance completely change, and she like drops into this kind of crouch, and she tumbles away from you to the edge of the building. So she's now in square G25. She adjusts her crossbow and then takes a shot at Lachlan. Oh, that's a hit, but not a critical.
Well, we'll count our blessings.
It's not a holiday. Wow.
So Lachlan takes 14 points of damage, and she knocks him prone. Okay. Now, this is really weird. It's almost like as she fires the bolt, the bolt seems to have almost like glitter trailing behind it. She looks over her shoulder at Gizik, and you see the tiniest hint of a smile, and she winks. As it hits Lachlan, she vanishes and appears next to Lachlan in square L22.
And she rips out Morokhan's rib and beats Lachlan with it with 3.
So she used a transit bolt. She gets to teleport next to the target she hit. Nothing that anybody trained in Arcana wouldn't be familiar with. So more of just okay, now you're up here, I'm going down here because you wanted me down here. You know, you feel it's kind of a little slight to you. That's her thing. And now she's standing over Lachlan, and she almost looks like she wants to just bash him on the head with her crossbow. But her turn is over. Morokhan, roll a death save, pal.
I just need 10 or more, right?
A 10 or more, yep.
It's not a 10. Don't tell me it's a 1.
No,
Benjamin?
It's not a 1.
Okay, that's fine.
It's just the dice giving me the finger.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
That's a 1.
No, a 1 is the thing, yeah.
Right. No, I rolled a 9.
So you're one step closer to death.
Oh, I'm so excited about that.
And death is just a part of life.
Yeah, you do have a death cleric in the party. I mean, he could bring you back. Come back as a revenant or a
halfling.
How do you feel about drinking blood for the rest of your life?
All right, Sister Fadaver.
Well, I'm no longer squished into the wall, and I'm no longer dazed. However, I'm weakened, so until the end of this turn, unfortunately. So I'm going to take the run action to get to Morokhan. And I am going to heal him for 18 points of healing.
Yay.
Nice.
That's good.
So she lays on hands on him very briefly. She doesn't touch him for very long. In fact, she just kind of like fingertip, like that. She lays her hands and she says, "In the name of Bestera, I heal you." And just says it that quickly, and she says it kind of quietly. And, the healing just kind of courses out her hands.
She puts her hand on his chest, and it lingers just a little bit.
Well, she's not going to touch your chest. I think she'll probably hit your pinky toe. She'll hit your pinky toe. There's nothing kinky about your pinky toe unless you're a kink. So, she'll hit your pinky toe, and let's see. Ryan, I have a question for you. Is it technically the end of my turn if I want to use an action point? Does the action point happen after my turn, or is it considered part of my turn?
You can use an action point at any point during a turn except after a charge, because a charge ends your turn.
But I'm just wondering, am I still dazed, or does the action point happen after the daze effect ends, or after the weakened effect ends?
Oh, you're weak until the end of your turn. Yeah.
So action point included. Okay. I thought so, but I've never looked it up. All right, cool. Okay. And she only has a minor action left with her move and her standard to heal. So she looks up to Everine and she says, "You are a pretender to a title that you smear and dishonor with your very presence here. Vestera condemns you. And just stares at her and looks at her imperiously.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And I highly suspect that you don't return your library books on time.
How dare you? Pistols at dawn.
Yeah. It just got ugly. Gauntlet down. Like,
So she says, "What do you know, false priestess? You who touch a man, what kind of hope maiden are you?"
I only touched this pinky toe.
And she is going to cause her horse to trample across Morocon, Lachlan, and Sister Fadaver.
Oh my gosh! What a tank!
She can't. She's infatuated with
Oh,
Lachlan.
that's right. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, yeah.
Welcome.
Oh,
The horse bends down and licks me.
we almost got trampled.
Oh, yeah. No. So you see the tiniest of sneers at Sister Fadaver at her words, and then she's just overcome. She looks down at Lachlan, who's prone, and she leaps from her horse. She will now be in square N22 off her horse, and because he's prone, so she's like down right next to him, saying, "Are you okay? Please forgive me. I was so mistaken. You're so handsome. You're so good looking." She's trying to win him over, and then it ends, and she actually goes like she actually dry heaves a little bit.
No, it projectiles. It just comes out.
Sister, she does that, and Sister Fadaver looks at her and goes, "Slut."
So she is.
So after dying of embarrassment, Lady Everine is now rolling at a disadvantage.
She is. She's prone.
And so is Lachlan. I'm just saying.
But she's going to use her action point now, and from the prone position, she just takes the head of her hammer and tries to bop Lachlan on his head. And she says, "Stop it out!" Or, "No, stop it! You lecher!"
She can't even speak.
She really can't.
This is a Molly Ringwald moment here.
Oh, discombobulated cheek.
Wow.
Stammers
right.
something inane, and Morocon's just like, "I didn't understand any of that. Did you get that?"
Okay, so she hits and does 22 points of damage.
God, jeez.
Yeah, she hits, and you see a piece of his head just kind of sink in a little bit, like a big old bloody wound open on the side of his head. And he almost drops. Well, I mean, he's prone, but you see his eyes start to roll back in his head, like he's not much longer. And the wizardly fellow, he looks over at where we are, and it's like perfect position, and he's going to use the radiant armor on her to do a burst 2 centered on her, and it can attack Lachlan and Sister Fadaver and Morocon.
Of course it can. And 6 of their grandchildren.
So here he goes. His first AC, we'll do Lachlan first, is a hit. Sister Fadaver, that's an 8 plus 13, 21.
Hit.
And Morocon, that's a 22.
Do you even need to roll?
Well, the one could come up.
But it
So-
won't.
We each take 16 points of damage.
Of course.
And what did he do to us now?
That shimmering on her armor, he made it flare out, and so you're hit with radiant damage. Oh, do you have radiant resistance?
Why, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Aha!
So I don't take quite as much of that.
Yeah, good. So it just comes right off her, even on the floor like that. It's the effect is on her armor, and it is pulsing with white light. That is, if you can tell if he wants it to, it's actually has enough force behind it to knock you back. But it burns. And he has a minor action and a move action. So. Okay, with his minor action and Morocon, you're still the only one who can see him because of where we are positioned. We have to get a little closer. But Morocon, you see him start to shrink down into a bird about this size and take off flying. The bird is now in square K21. And Sister Fadaver, you see a bird, and it's like a robin, okay? Not the kind of bird you would expect out at 11 o'clock at night. So you see this bird go flittering past over there. And that is that. So
a bird lands near me. Seriously,
well,
at this point,
the bird's just fluttering through the air. It's Lachlan's turn. He made his death save, so he does not get closer to death. Gizik.
All right, I'm gonna move up to the corner of the roof.
Kill the bird.
H26. What's the girl's name again? Brindy?
Brindy. Without the B.
Without the B.
Have we heard her name?
Yeah, he
Yes.
said it.
Well, I don't need to call her name. I just wanted to keep it straight.
Like, hey, Brandy, do you want to go out sometime?
It's Brindy.
All right, Bindi, let's go.
Cindy!
Hey, Randy, what's your number?
There you go.
All right, well, she finally got off the roof, so I guess I can't tell her to do that, but I'm still going to try to,
Switch.
So I'm going to try and bewitch her.
Okay. 19.
And, yeah, I come nowhere close to that.
Jeff, we need to trade dice.
I know,
No,
we do.
Yes.
Just start rolling for him, or using your modifiers. One of the two.
All right, then. Did Sister Fadaver move right next to Rindy?
I moved right next to Morocon.
He's in Sister Fadaver is in 24L.
Yeah.
All right, good.
He's in 22L.
Well, then I'm going to drop a bomb on L21. Sap the soul, just suck the health right out of him.
Okay.
If I can. So this is versus Fortitude on...
So you're going to hit the bird and Rindy, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So on Rindy versus Fortitude, I will have
19.
a 28. And on the bird, 24.
Good hit.
Okay, it'll do so much
Oh.
damage.
No, never mind. Yeah, it's a burst, so never mind.
It is a burst, yes.
Yeah.
Yay, 5 damage.
5?
I rolled a d4. And plus 4, that's 5.
Could be worse.
So the tiny bit of energy is flowing off of them right into me.
What did you do? Did you accidentally poke the light fixture or a real spell? Jeez. Her hair stands up slightly.
Hey,
The
that's
stubbing of the
10
tendon.
damage for that turn. That's not bad.
That's yes, on one person it would even be valid. That's not.
Sure, I'm spreading it around.
There you go.
So this tiny bird, one feather goes.
I want a Fiona Shrek situation here. One freaking feather, like.
Hey, 10 points. That's like a third of my health pool.
Yeah. It's getting ugly here.
I'm just messing with you there,
Once
Giz.
again, I think that's about all I can do this turn. Maybe I'll try to exercise my considerable athletic prowess and get down off the roof next turn. And by considerable, I mean untrained, barely there.
Stay right where you are. We'll send Endurial to help you.
Piggyback.
I'm like a cat up in a tree. I can get up here, but I'm not sure how to get down.
Yeah.
And Duriel, you're up.
Okay. He's got me grabbed, right?
Right.
He's
Okay.
bloodied and you're bloodied,
I'm not bloodied,
but he is.
but he is bloodied. So I'm going to attack using Blood Revelry. So this is versus armor class, and then it's just my highest ability modifier. So it looks like that would be charisma. Oh, that's a natural 20, friends.
Oh.
That
Back
is
it
a
up.
natural 16, friends.
All right, show us. I want to see the 6.
Okay. We see that here.
Someone's
One,
gonna roll well.
Give me
two.
6. Give me 6. No, no.
It's a 5.
Oh.
Sorry.
Mm.
5.
It's
But-
still a crit. It's max
Hey.
damage.
Yeah, you're still a hammer, so
We're gonna
Are you
max
hitting-
damage this bad boy.
Are you hitting with Leviathan's Tooth or are you hitting with your Kukri?
My kukri.
Okay, so it's only a +1. So Ryan is that 1d6 for the Kukri, right?
usually, unless there's some other enchantment on it.
No, it's 1d6
Yeah.
extra.
6.
I mean,
So the weapon itself, I get 2 of those. It's 12 plus my weapon damage.
your cleric weapon damage.
Yep.
Oh no, wait. Are you using Blood Revelry?
Yes.
Yeah, you can use your vampire attack bonus for that.
Well, it says it's a weapon.
Oh, okay. My bad.
So I'm just going to do that. Let's see here. That is 48 points of damage.
Woohoo!
So let me. So what happens is, Anduriel, he'd kind of shaken off the whole. Oh, he's bloodied, and I'm being affected by his blood because he healed Sister Vaudever. But then Fulio comes along and grabs him and pulls him in closer and holds him tight. And so Anduriel, rather than it looking scared or anything as he's pulled in, he starts giggling even harder. And he takes out his kukri and stabs right into his neck with both hands. Bam! And as the blood comes squirting out of the guy's neck, he just starts catching it and spreading it all over himself. And
Sister Vaudever turns around and goes, "What kind of Madonna video are we in?"
So there's that.
He drops.
Oh, he's dropped.
Yes.
And then in that case, I still have a move action. I haven't moved. I've just used a standard. He's gonna like come to himself a little bit, look around, and he's gonna see that old what's her bucket's off of her high horse, and we're gonna try and get over there and help the peeps out.
Anduriel, kick the bird. Punt it out of here.
So he's gonna run to K. He's gonna move to K23.
Okay.
Actually, if I move and then charge, can I charge? Well, can I charge and just charge Rindy?
Are you gonna use an action point, or do you have?
I don't have an action point. Never mind. We'll just go to 23.
Okay.
So that is K23.
K23.
Yes.
Okay.
He is covered in blood.
Covered in. All right. It is Rindy's turn.
She shoots me in the back, in the left boob, and she aims at my mother in the town 70 miles to the south.
What's all the hate for her?
I'm full of crossbow quarrels.
She's actually going to shift back one, and then she's going to use rapid shot. And this time it'll be 3 shots, one at Morocon, one at Sister Fadaver, and one at Enduriel.
What did I do to her?
So, Sister Fadaver, that is 22. Enduriel, that's 21. And Morocon, that's a 24.
Versus AC?
AC.
Okay, got me.
Versus, it doesn't matter because it's 20-something.
Okay, so Sister Fadaver, you take 14. Enduriel, you take 10. And Morocon, you take 16.
Oh, cool. I'm out again. You want to aim for Lachlan? That'd be great.
So
Lachlan's down too.
I don't care.
I have
Of
one.
course.
I have a hit point left.
Aim for Gizik.
So my the calculator on my computer doubled what I was supposed to have done damage-wise. It should only have been 24.
24?
Sorry. I
Did
don't
he
want to.
still
I don't
die?
want to tempt fate by overinflating my.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Well, it doesn't seem to affect you. It only hits Jeff. So I'm not sure. Like, let's not.
Yeah, my AC is 60 now.
I'll break
I'm
out the
sorry.
930.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure. Sorry, guys.
So he doesn't
No
drop.
No,
Does that affect your movement?
no, it shouldn't, right?
He'll
Well,
provoke an attack of
You'll
opportunity.
provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay, I'll take the attack of opportunity. That was my bad, so I'll take that.
Okay. So, no, sorry, here's the problem. You're still grabbed. You hit
Okay.
him. You did a buttload of damage, but you're still grabbed.
Then I am
See-
still in his embrace.
You're right. Right.
Okay,
So give yourself those crossbow hit points back,
and wait for him to.
and now it's his turn.
Okay.
Oh, dear. So he miraculously gets up off the floor.
That's a little rewind. Yeah.
That sucks for Enduro. He's running backwards like.
No, it's like when Doctor Strange messes with time. He's just like, "That's not how it's supposed to be," and then just kind of
Yeah.
turns his wrist. And
I like that.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
All right. He is going to, with his move action, he uses forceful drag. So he has you up in this headlock, and he just starts dragging you across the ground, and drops you in square C23,
Oh my gosh.
which
Jeez, buy him dinner first.
subjects you to an attack from his razor mesh nets,
Huh.
which is 21 versus reflex.
Got me.
Is that a miss?
No, you got me. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So 8 points of damage. You are knocked prone and restrained.
Whew. Okay.
While you are restrained, you are taking ongoing damage. So he chucks you into this thing. It's like razor wire, and you are getting all kinds of sliced up. And it's really hard. You can tell it's it's not just going to be like getting out of this is going to take a standard action. You're going to have to bend the cables back and then untie yourself from this thing. So that ends the grab, which he doesn't need to worry about anymore. And then he minor action picks up his net, and then he's going to move to square with his standard action. He's going to move to square H23 with his eyes fixed on Sister Faudever.
Great. They're not fixed romantically, are they? Because that's unacceptable.
There's a little bit of a leer behind it, but mostly it's sadism.
Okay. He wants my last hit point. That's what he wants to take my virtue, my last hit point.
And it's your turn, Sister Faudever. You and your last hit point.
At least I'm well placed to run away if everybody else dies.
Oh, jeez. Jiminy Christmas. All right. You know what? I feel like if he's coming for me, I'm coming for him. So,
Right.
First things first. What are you down to, Morocon? 2?
Yeah.
I'm down to 1. So, I have to.
You're gonna
I have to be wiser.
toward him.
Yeah. She has 1 extra scratch.
Yeah. You've got 2 drops more blood than I do. Okay. So I'm going to use my last lay on hands of the day and heal myself from 1 to a mighty 17. And I am going to use Paladin's Judgment. And I am going to charge that fool and move into square 23H.
That's where he's standing.
23I, excuse me.
Oh.
What is his AC?
20.
20, okay. We need a 10, precious. Oh!
Yes.
This guy
Yes.
is taking the hits.
You see that? You know what that is? Oh.
A 7?
Didn't. Oh, you know what? Can I use Memory of 1,000 Lifetimes to back that up?
Why not? It's a die 20.
All right. 6. Backed it up. So now.
One more.
Let's roll the one to. Is there an? I don't want to roll this one. It's like,
You used it up.
I used all the 6 that one had. Oh. However, because I hit him with Paladin's Judgment, what does my greatsword do? Oh, that's right. 2 die 6. 36 points of damage. He's bloodied. Add another 4. That's 40 plus 5. 45 points of damage.
Well, he drops.
Okay. She
This time
feels
for real.
his eyes on me. She feels his eyes on her. And she goes, he's looking at me. And she takes her sword and she's like, woo! Like goes charging at him. Takes the great sword and goes, ugh! And slashes him. And she goes, with my prayers. And then she turns around and gathers some of his life essence in her hand. And she flings it back at Morocon and grants him a healing surge.
Ooh.
Very nice.
And then she turns with her minor action, or with a few words, just a few words if she can, and she turns to Lady Everine and she says, I haven't seen you use any healing power yet, slut.
You need to wash your mouth out.
Well,
With blood.
she figures anybody who has fallen prey to Lachlan's power, not to mention, you realize this is the first time she's ever seen Lachlan use that power. And she has an intelligence of 9, so she might just be figuring this is what she does in the middle of battle. So, anyway.
All right. Well, it's her turn. So she uses a move action
Wait,
to
who?
mount.
Oh, Lady Everine.
Yeah.
Actually,
Lady
Ryan,
Everine.
I'm sorry to stop you. Can I use my action point?
Yeah.
Because I forgot I was going to use it and I can't use it. There's nobody near me. So thank you for telling me I can use my action point. I choose not to. But thank you very much. I apologize for wasting your time.
Isn't it my turn since I'm not dead anymore?
Oh, yes. Yes, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, since I was at 2 and now I'm not, I am going to move to M22. Gonna limp my way over to M22. And as I'm limping over there, the brand on my chest, the mark of Hamina, starts to glow, and I say a little prayer to Hamina to guide my fists that they may strike true, as I cast Sacred Shielding at Lady Everine, which is a 28 versus armor class.
Barely hit.
Ooh, lucky me.
She gonna deflect it with an immediate reaction?
I don't think so. She has one if you miss.
Of course.
So, for 12 points of damage, and Lachlan gets +2 resistance to everything.
Okay.
Oh, and
Reminder action.
I am going to use an action point, actually. And I'm going to cast 5 storms. So as I finish, I walk up to Lady Everine, my brand glows, and I just do a complete downward strike to smash into her. And then I'm going to, since I'm in that position, I'm going to cast 5 storms and just E-Honda my way through this. What is their reflex?
Her reflex right now is a 25 because she has that big old shield floating around her.
Okay.
Oh, the shield.
So that is going to just miss her, but what about the other lady?
Rindy.
Her reflex is 18.
Okay, well that's going to hit her. Okay, so I'm flailing at both ends. Meanwhile, she just kind of, so Lady Everine just takes a strike and just kind of leans back because doesn't want to get hit again. And Rindy is really shocked about this as she takes on...
Me?
Take me home. She takes 26 points of damage.
Heavy hit.
Gotta do what I can.
So you hear some ribs crack as you just pummel her, and that gets her attention. The whole steely cold stare is gone, and there's some like some little whimpery sounds going on as she's getting the breath knocked out of her over and over and over.
The boot has taken notice of the ant.
And now it's Lady Everine's turn. So
He pulls off her mask, and it's actually Thanos fighting Jubilee because we can't seem to hurt her at all.
Right? Because why not?
Bunch of Jubilees taking on Thanos.
That's awesome. Sparkle fingers.
okay.
Yeah, a bunch of dupermans fighting Superman.
Lady Everine uses her daily.
No, she uses her move action to mount onto her warhorse, and then she is going to
Run away!
Yeah, the warhorse. It can move up to its speed, so it doesn't have to move, and it doesn't have to move in a straight line. So it's going to trample and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she will actually end the movement in squares I and J, 21 and 22, right above Sister Fadaver and Fisk. During that movement, she will attempt to trample Moroccan and Sister Fadaver.
Good.
Is this because I called her names?
Well, you know, in part. So against Moroccan, that's 21 versus reflex. Against Sister Fadaver, that's 22 versus reflex.
Do you ever roll under a 20? I'm just curious. Does your dice have under a 20 on it? Is this...
Not when she's being blessed by brave Sir Robin.
Yeah. So you guys each are going to take it's 2 1s. That's good. So 2 for 17 points of damage, and you're knocked prone.
Of course.
I had exactly 17 hit points. Sister Fadaver drops.
Oh, so you're prone.
Yes. Was the horse a man? Because she's doubly offended if the horse is male.
It's a man, yeah.
Oh!
So, I will stay my tongue. This is a family show, correct?
It was right up. Well, it's not.
Okay, and as for the old man, he uses a minor action to take his humanoid form right next to. He's right between Rindy and the horse. And he is going to use healing infusion on Fisk. So he pulls a little flask out, and he just kind of chucks it in the air, and a bunch of stuff that looks kind of like jelly just sprays over on Fisk. And you
Does
see
it spray on Sister Fadaver as
He sprays jelly on her. I'm so glad. She's
as she's kind of in the way.
he has a very excellent aim. Sorry, no jelly for you.
Mm.
Well, he's not in his line of sight with the horse being betwixt the two of them.
He has line of sight. It's just cover, and he's not making an attack. It's just a burst. So it's a burst 5. So
Oh, good.
So Fisk is going to recover some hit points, and so that's a minor. That's a move. Then with his standard. He's going to use his bow and take a shot at you, Moroccan.
Am I just down? No, you're not.
I am.
I'm just down.
Just stay
Oh,
down.
that's up with a 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
This
but
is
it's
not gonna
20.
matter.
It's
not gonna
20s or
matter.
1s.
I'm
So
just down.
it is, and I rolled a 1 on the damage die, so 11 points of damage.
I'm down.
Okay.
I think this fight's over, guys.
When he shoots Oricon, the arrow actually lights up with a silvery light, and that light jumps onto all of his allies. And you see their like fists start to glow with the light. Her sword starts to glow. Rindy's bow starts to glow. It's a glow party.
They're all
Lost
glowing.
gonna roll a death save.
I'm going to cast as an immediate action F this, and I call in an airstrike.
I think we need that.
Gizik, you're up.
Hey, speaking of an airstrike.
He's going to take a running start and jump onto the horse.
Close. I'm going to try and climb down the building and walk over to the horse. Do you want an athletics check for climbing down the building?
It's 20 feet up. I mean,
It's really not that light.
All right, 23. I rolled a 23. I think that should get me down the
Oh,
building.
you're good.
And then I'm going to move to J23. And if I possess a horse, can I make it throw its rider off and then run away?
Grapple it? Yes.
You can make it move. Yeah.
Dominated.
Yeah, but can I make it throw the rider off?
You can make it try.
I would like to make it try.
The rider's still going to get to try to stay on, but why not?
He's a crispy horse too. He's been burned.
Yeah.
All right, well then I reach over and grab the horse and I say, Sigrun, you vile crone, give me the strength of my enemy. And
Who
so
happens to be a horse?
I am attacking the horse. 20 versus will. What is the
It's a
horse's
horse.
will?
That's a hit. And it's not like a Paragon horse.
Rude's voice. Are you serious?
All right.
The
This
horse
reminds me
says,
of the unicorn
"No."
episode of Gravity Falls.
All right, so then I have turned insubstantial. I'm basically inside this horse. It is dominated.
Hey.
So it doesn't get a move next time.
Okay.
That's
I mean,
one way
I get to
avoid
choose what it does next time.
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
knocked out.
All right, Enduriel.
Well, I think I'm going to spend my standard action trying to get out of this razor wire stuff.
Okay, it's acrobatics or athletics, DC 20.
Okay, DC 20. 26.
You're out.
Okay. And I still have a move.
So getting out actually puts you into square D23.
Okay.
So you squirm, you contort. It's pretty talented.
I'm a vampire.
Yeah.
Giggly, blood-covered vampire.
I'm
Some
not
of it's
giggling
his.
anymore.
Are you
I am.
sparkling?
I am covered in blood. So even if I was, you couldn't see it. Okay, so I can't. Dang it. 1, 2, 3. I still have my move action. Can I just charge this guy?
That's an attack.
Come on. Okay. I'm going to try and move around and get to Morocon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can go to J19 without getting into
Attack
people's,
opportunity area. Yeah.
people's business. And he's gonna yell, Bard, what are you doing? Help the dragon.
He's down. The bard is down.
Bard's down too.
Yeah.
You're yelling at him while he's on.
Sorry, I didn't know he was down
Horse
too.
trampled.
He bleeds out.
Better question, who is up?
Who is up? Gizik?
I am. Barely,
Gets
but I'm up.
inside of a horse.
Yes, I'm inside of a horse.
So Mr. Ed is up.
I've possessed the
Andrea's
horse.
What is happening? Bard, dragon, wake up! He's just kind of running over. He's going to try and help him out.
All right.
So what can I do with the horse then? What can I make this donkey do?
Trample people. They just got trampled.
Can I trample
Yeah.
again?
Trample, you can make it use its basic attack, which is a kick. And you can make it move. It's one action.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's dazed, but so you get one action. So you could make it like buck if you want to just knock her off, or you could make it move away, or you could make it take the run action, or
Yeah, but if I make it take the run action, then I'm really far away from the action again.
yeah.
Running
With
around
her.
town would be really funny.
Oh,
Run
but
her-
you're right next to
The old man.
her allies. So yeah, you can just have the horse kick him in the head.
That would be great. Insta
Okay,
kill
but
that
it is Fisk's turn, and he
Oh, I thought you were saying it was my turn.
nope, sorry.
I also steal a healing surge from the horse.
Oh, good.
I don't know if that'll make any difference.
All right, Fisk moves to square G21, and he pulls a set of bolas off his back and is going to and starts swinging them around and aims them at you, Anduriel. 25 versus reflex.
Yep.
So you take 9 points of damage, and you're restrained. Save ends.
Okie doke.
So he trusses you up. You're stuck. You're like sort of hop along, one hand free and your feet tied up, and then it's his sister's turn, and she's looking at where Gizik was and at the horse, and she's just like, and you actually see her say, or hear her say, "I don't know what to shoot." So she turns over. She
Shoots
turns
the
over
horse.
to Duriel and is like, "I guess you," and we're gonna take a shot at you. So
There's a shiny dragon over there you can shoot.
I'm down already.
so that's a 28 versus AC, and she is. So you're gonna take 14 points of damage, and you're knocked prone. So she shoots it right through your kneecap, and it takes your legs right off you. Not off you, but like takes your legs right out from under you.
Yeah, she cuts your legs off. That would.
You're not Long John Silver.
You're Lieutenant Dan. She takes you down.
Oh, I'm about to join the Sleepy Time Club over here, so.
You used to be an adventurer.
Yeah.
All right, Morocon, make a save. Sister Fadaver, make a save.
Oh, I made it this time.
Big money. Big money. 13.
Okay.
Does a natural 20 give me
A
like?
surge.
Yeah, you can spend a surge.
Oh my gosh!
Okay,
Okay.
Gizik, it is Lady Everine and her horse's turn. Her horse. Let me just double check. She has a slightly higher dexterity than her horse,
I don't know why that's funny.
but she looks as mystified as like I don't know what to do. So
She's going to club the horse.
she actually turns to move the horse, and whatever you're going to do is now what's going to happen before she gets the chance to take her move action.
I think I'm going to try to buck her off.
Is there like an inn sign he can run her into? There's some low hanging
Just
art.
knock her out? Yeah, let's do that.
Run her into the razor net.
Yeah, that is a possibility.
Ooh.
The horse has a movement of 8, so you can make it move. You can make it take the run action and move 10 if you want.
Good idea, man.
Right in.
This razor wire's over between the buildings by Anduriel.
Yeah, well, where Anduriel was, yes.
And Gizik fell asleep.
No, I'm counting. So I'm going to
And
have
the
it
horse falls
run
He's
over
counting.
to A and B, 22 and 23, and then back towards us a little bit.
Well, as soon as it gets in the razor net, it's restrained.
All right. So where does it end up then?
So it's going to end up in square B, C, 22, and 23.
Right smack in the middle of it.
Okay.
Is that where you want it?
Yeah, so the horse can be stuck over there.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then do you
Thanks
pop
for the
out?
tip. On my turn.
Oh, okay. So she tries to turn the horse towards Anduriel, and the horse instead turns the other way and starts riding, and she starts to shriek. Like, ah! She sees the razor wire, and she's like, no. And the horse takes, let's see, 5 plus 8, 13 plus 4. So 17 points of damage.
I'm more interested in the horse being stuck. So
Yeah.
I'm more interested in Lady Evergreen falling off the horse into that net.
Yeah. And she
can't
is
dismount
kind of
without
like,
being in it.
you see her legs come out of the stirrups, and she's kind of lifting them up like what the heck? Like you see her holding the maul. She's got a longbow on her back, but she almost reaches for it, but then she just sits there completely indecisive and just like sputtering for her whole turn. Like a whole standard action of sputtering. Because she doesn't understand what you did. She just thinks her horse went nuts. So he actually smacks the horse on the butt a little bit, like you stupid animal. And that would be the end of her turn.
I don't suppose she would ever think that Bestera made the horse, No, couldn't be that. She's completely in line with the goddess's will.
So the old man takes a look at Anduriel. Actually, as he watches that horse trot away, you see him just shake his head like, this is a circus. You see a little bit of
it's a
disgust
horse,
on
not
his
an
face.
elephant.
And it is not directed at Anduriel, it is directed at her.
Benny Hill music is playing.
So he just turns and looks at Anduriel. You see him, he takes his bow, and you can tell he's not aiming for like your heart or your head. You can tell he's aiming for a limb shot. And that's going to hit. I'm just going to tell you what I roll. I'll just tell you I know it's a hit.
That I believe you.
14 points of damage.
Okay. Good night, sweet prince.
You drop. Okay. Gizik? Your turn.
So who's still standing?
You.
I am.
Oh.
I spent a healing surge on my death save.
You rolled a 20?
I did.
Oh, nice.
That's why I asked.
Who would still be able to do some healing if I gave him a potion?
Um,
Are we all tapped out?
I am out of healing surges unless someone magically lets me use one.
Well, the potion I have would let you heal without using one.
I have temporary hit point powers, but I have no more healing potion. She shot the wad. Everything is gone. All of the holiness has been oozed. Like jelly.
Well, even if you brought me back, I'm still captured in the net. I'm still shot through the leg.
Oh.
I'm like Faramir, Boromir, whoever it was.
You're the horse is probably gonna kick you too. I mean, it's
Starting to feel like Moroccan over here.
Oh.
you could always give up and cry for mercy. I'm sure you've received a lot of mercy in your life.
Never.
I don't know what to do. I can go attack, but then it feels like, I'll just be dropped on the next round and that'll be a wipe.
These are the
Fight on,
moments
Ogre, fight on.
when we reveal our character's vindictiveness. How petty are you? Like,
Well, he just ran an animal into razor wire.
PETA is going to be
Yeah,
all
but
over this episode.
If you take a horse to battle, it's going to get hurt. That's just how things work. Plus, maybe we want dinner once we're done here.
Omelet, eggs, broken.
You
Gotcha.
could even eat the horse, too.
Ugh.
Oh, so McDonald's meat.
Yeah. Oh.
2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onion, non-sesame seed.
Oh, that's just the Big Mac.
Well, I will, black mist will come pouring out of the horse, and I will reform just outside of the razor wire in D22.
Okay.
Right, I think I have to be adjacent.
And Kizik hides behind the horse. He's like,
Use your hat of disguise. A shrub.
I wonder if you could.
Cabaret.
A really
Turn
tall,
into like a humanoid-shaped shrub.
a really tall Gistic-shaped bush.
A saguaro cactus, your arms up like this.
in the middle of the street. That's great.
Better yet, do that without the hat. Just
Play your character, Jeffrey. Don't let us influence you. What would Gizik do? WWGD.
He doesn't really like being pretty much the last one up.
Does he burst into tears? Is this an ugly cry moment?
And he bravely ran away.
Yeah.
And this was just the warm-up encounter. Jeez.
If this is the warm up, we better come back with reinforcements.
It was just a recon mission, guys.
That's an idea.
freaking Lady Thanos, man.
Mounted Lady Thanos.
Mm-hmm. So we haven't taken anybody down, and they've taken, pretty much everybody down.
We've taken the Zangief guy down twice. He keeps coming back. He's like a roach.
So, some options, Jeffrey. Do you want to attack? Is that what Gizik's character would do? Would he run? Would he surrender? Which of those three do you think he's more likely to?
Surrender seems probably the wisest, but it seems really unlikely. Like, how often has Gizik surrendered and people are like, oh yeah, sure, we'll take care of you?
So it sounds to me like he'd run. Unless he's
Probably.
feeling really loyal towards his new friends. The vampire, the dragon.
I never
Pimp.
made fun of you, Gizik.
We've stood up for him. We got his back. The villagers.
Yeah.
All of these things go running. Like all these clouds come up over Gizik's head. Like, running Gizik?
Oh. Might not be the smartest thing, but I'm going to listen to the little red guy on my shoulder. Drop down to the ground, just put my fist on the ground and have stone come up surrounding them. And
Puncher. Walker.
Hag's hunger.
yeah, I'm
Are you going
gonna.
for her or the horse?
Well, they're basically
Probably
the same.
her.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack with Hag's Hunger. Just try and go all out.
All right.
Respect, G.
Not bad. I rolled 2 18s.
Good. It hit.
That's not the final tally. That's just the dice. So,
I'm sure. Yeah.
so those
Even
are
with
both-
her giant shield floating around, those are going to be hits.
right. So that'll be
It may be his
I
last
have
turn.
to add the 2d8. But so far
That's
it's
gonna be
24
doozy.
damage. All right, 29 to this
Okay.
lady. Just reaching up as high as I can, just swinging and clawing at her, trying to just like rip chunks off, just in a mad frenzy
Nice.
as I see
makes
everybody
sense.
else dropping down around me.
Panicky,
Well-
scratching, clawing, friendly. Makes sense. I can picture that in my head.
Okay. It is Fisk's turn. He is going to go for Morocon with another set of bolas. And he says, and he actually shouts out with frustration at Morocon and just says, "Just give up already."
Says the guy that's been dropped twice.
Well, that's a 27, so he hits. And he does 11 points of damage, and you're restrained. Save ends.
Does that drop you again?
No, I'm down to 10 now.
Okay, Rindy is going to shift to square K20 away from Morocon. Seeing that Morocon is restrained, and she's going to shoot at you, Gizik. So that's a 21 versus AC.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And so it does 10 points of damage. And she gets to slide you 2. So let me tell you how this works. So she's going to slide you into square C24,
Oh man.
into the razor wire. So she hits you with this. She changes one of the bolts and she hits you with it. And you see the bolt actually kind of curves as it goes across. And
Of course it
it
does.
knocks you around. You go spinning around and it hits you right into the razor wire.
And did you say 10 points of damage?
10. But now you're subject to an attack versus reflex, 18 versus reflex. Is that a hit? It's under 20.
Yes. Just about
Okay.
anything would hit my reflex.
So you take 21 points of damage and you're restrained.
Dang.
21.
And thus ends the coalition. Good night, folks.
The Divine Fellowship was
I
a
guess
beautiful
I can't really
organization.
take a reaction after that, can I?
You can take a reaction.
Yeah,
but
you
you're-
can bleed.
All right. How much damage did you say that was? 21? Which takes me to
21.
-5. So can I
Okay.
still take a reaction?
No, sorry.
So many bloodied people, and
My
Duriel's losing
unconscious
his
body
mind.
teleports away.
Oh, he's asleep. Never mind.
All right, moral con.
All right. What do I need to unrestrain myself?
It's a save ends, so at the end of your turn you can make a save.
Okay. Well, can I hop 1 square?
Mm-mm. You could probably
No.
drop to your knees and beg for mercy.
Yeah, that's not happening. uh,
Oh.
I need to unrestrain myself. There's nobody around me. So I
full
guess,
defense. You can
I
go
guess-
full defense.
huh?
You can go full defense with your standard action.
And why would he do that?
What? I'm melee based. Like there's nobody near me but Lachlan, and he's down with 2 extra resistance.
So this is where you're like, come back here, I'll bite you.
Right.
Like the Black Knight, yeah.
So Morakon's just screaming in frustration and he's screaming up at Hamina, "Why do you guide me here? It's not to fall here. This isn't why you guided me." And I'm going to attempt to unrestrain myself. And I fail.
And she says, "And for your cheek," and she does that thing where you're trying to unwrap your headphones, and it wraps even worse and gets a knot.
I'm imagining just a big dragonborn trying to get out of the restraints, just hopping kind of in a circle.
Like
It's really-
raging, like a tantrum, and one of the bolus like clocks you in the face.
It's really rather sad. There's like
Yeah.
violin music playing in the background, like the
Okay, so the old man's gonna take a shot at you. What are you down to?
10.
So pretty much a hit is you dropped.
Right.
So he hits you, he drops you,
Oh man.
and
TPK.
okay.
Hey.
Now
I guess we're re-rolling for new characters next week.
Hey. Hey.
Oh.
no one's dead. No one's dead. No. You wake up. We all wake up with a splitting headache, but a little bit refreshed. I mean, we're sore and tired, but by refreshed I mean you can tell that you've been asleep most of the night. It was a little before midnight when we set out, and so you wake up inside a warehouse. Again, like completely trussed up, gagged, and yeah. So in there, and it's there's a low light source, and Lady Everine is by herself, and she says, "You see, truth always prevails. Bestero is the
We're
only."
gagged, aren't we? We can't speak back.
You can. No. He just wants to let you hear her.
Mm-hmm.
So she's standing over there, and she says, she looks down at Sister Fadaver, and she says, with as much condescension as a horse-faced woman can have, says, I have asked that I may oversee your rehabilitation to ensure that you are redeemed. As for the rest of you, you will be handled by a professional inquisitor, one who will purge the evil from your very souls.
Not likely.
And she turns around like, huh, and starts to walk out, and a man comes in who looks like he has the worst sunburn you've ever seen. He's as bald as I am, and has no eyebrows, no eyelashes. He's completely hairless.
So as bald as you are.
Is so lobster red, and he comes in just with this horrible looking smile, and she walks past him and actually steps away like, don't touch me. And she walks out. You kind of see her go around the corner, and this red-skinned man starts walking toward you. He's kind of wiggling his fingers like he's just so excited to do whatever he's going to do. And you'll have to find out what he does next week.
Okay, as she comes over to Sister Faudever and says that, Sister Faudever goes, what? Just like that. That's all. All she gets out. Can I use my divine sense before we finish to see if he's an outsider, or are you going to make me wait?
No, he is indeed an outsider.
She left us with a devil? Oh my gosh.
So you guys, this rest, so the rest counts as an extended rest in terms of getting your powers back and your hit points, but because you're trussed up the whole time, it's not a good rest. So you're going to start the day, except for Anduriel, who already has the whole vampire surge thing going on. The living in the room will start the day with 2 fewer healing surges. Okay? But you also, even a loss, there's something to be learned. So you can advance your characters to level 5 for the for the upcoming confrontation with the Red Man.
For the torture.
You mean
And I don't say Red Man in a racist
Oh, we are level 5. Never
way.
mind.
He actually is red.
Yeah. And also because we accomplished a major campaign goal by freeing Castle Winterrun, so we were really close.
I say by getting the crap kicked out of us.
No, getting the crap kicked out of us just pushed us over the edge. You know, like if he had taken our lunch money, we would have been all the way up to level 6. We really would have learned something. Like,
So consider this.
yeah, JT has considered this for the evening.
Yes, I do. Okay. So today I felt like, I don't know, we could have a consider this on the value of fidelity and things like that. But I decided we have a very special holiday coming up this weekend. On Sunday, we get to celebrate Mother's Day. I wanted to read this quote that I found. It says, "Few of us will reach our potential without the nurturing of both the mother who bore us and the mothers who bear with us." And so this is going to be an easy one. But I just want everyone to consider that, you know, this Sunday, Mother's Day, consider thanking the mothers in your life. We all have a mother, but there's also a lot of people in our lives who act as sort of mothers. I have my mom. I've been blessed to have a really, really good mother, and I love her very much. But I also have an aunt. I have aunts. I have my sister. I have my mother-in-law, who I love. All these different people in my life who've supported me as a mother would, and so I think it's worth our while. It gives us an excuse this weekend to just say thank you. Thank you for everything you've done, and support motherhood the best that we can. It's an honorable thing to be a mother, and so that's just what I might consider this would be this week is take that time to thank the mothers in your life this Sunday.
Anything anybody else want to add to that?
Love you, Mom.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
Superman flies in. Martha!
Batman pokes his head around the corner. Why did you say that name?
No, don't reference that movie, please.
I like the thought about the mothers who bore with us, particularly because, the message of thank your mother or love your mother doesn't resonate with everybody. Particularly if you have a mother who maybe hasn't been the most positive influence in your life, or who maybe has been a train wreck. But I think if you think back, I think we can all think back to a time when a loving, nurturing woman mothered us, and that it was necessary, and that it felt good. And Ryan, I'm pretty sure you remember, but when Ryan and I were doing missionary work in Texas, I remember Hermana Villanueva. Do you remember her?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not just because her mole was híjole, like it was so good, but she was just the most amazing lady, and I remember she mothered all kinds of people, around her, and I even her own daughter, and her relationship with her own daughter was difficult. I remember, but she just loved the heck out of her daughter, and of so many people around her, and it was very inspiring. And the kind of thing you think, one of the reasons that I married my wife is because I knew that she would be a good mother to my children. And she has been, so I'm very grateful for that mother in my life.
Yeah, whenever I think of my mother or mothers in general, I think of it's a scripture in 1 John that says, it's talking about Jesus, but we love him because he first loved us. But I think that applies to mothers. We love our mothers because they first loved us. They gave us so much and have done so much, and that's why we love them. I mean, they do the work of selfless sacrifice in what they do, and it creates love.
Agreed.
I agree.
Love is contagious.
Cool.
Well, thank you for joining us. We will see you again next week, and determine if we can if the party is able to escape from the first time being captured.
Oh, we're escaping.
Yeah, well, that depends. Are we going to roll ones, and are our captors going to continue to roll 30 D30s? I mean,
No, we are escaping one way or another. We're getting out of here.
Tune in next week and find out.
Awesome.
Yep. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
thanks,
Good night.
guys.
Good night.
Good night.